Welcome back to today's Women's Show. Today we're celebrating motherhood. And when I say celebrating motherhood, of course there are many mothers, but for me, a woman who doesn't have her own biological children and yet chooses to look after, mentor, care, sacrifice for someone else's is indeed a true mother. And that's the story of my next guest. She's no stranger to television, no stranger to my show, and I'm sure a lot of you immediately are going to recognize her. I have in the studio with me this morning, Gifty Anti. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Audrey.
A real honor and a real pleasure to have you here.
It's always a pleasure to be on your show.
Now, before we get going, I want to just read a little quote, a short quote from Oprah Winfrey. And she says, "Biology is the least of what makes someone a mother." Because I'm sure you know herself.
Yeah.
Very wealthy woman. Never had her own children.
Right.
Never will, because she's in her 60s.
Right.
Never will have her children. But and yet she has mothered so many, as you have, with your foundation, The Girl in Need.
Right.
How did that start?
Well, the Girl in Need Foundation started basically because of the standpoint, the stories that we heard from the standpoint. We realized that lots of young girls are going through abuse. Lots of parents who are products of divorce, are struggling, and as a result, their children are all over the place and they don't have any kind of support. So we decided that it's not good enough saying that don't do it, be strong, don't endure abuse. There must be something that you can do to help. So if we can't set up the woman with a business, at least we can help support the daughter to go through school. Because we are feminine based. We don't discriminate against the men, but we all know that in our society, the women are going through a lot. The girls are going through a lot.
Now, before the foundation actually started, you must have been already, because I've always known you to be somebody who's passionate about mentoring, mentoring people. How did that come about? What was the, what do you think that something in your upbringing geared you towards that?
Yeah, I think so. I'm a daddy's girl.
Oh, I know.
I know. And my father always said to me that I have so much gift and I have so much love that I should give to people around me, not just family, but people around me. He warned me, though, that disappointment, betrayals, I should expect it. But
people to take advantage of
that. Exactly. That shouldn't stop me from doing what I have to. And my father was that type. My father would just wake up in the morning and go hospital visiting. Tell my general hospital, go from ward to ward visiting people that, there are people I call my cousin, my friends. And,
who are no blood relatives.
No, but because my father brought them home by visiting hospitals, by meeting them in a bars, or we used to call him Tamakak D, walk around the town, just, identify people that he can help. But I think it's something that God gave me naturally. I love to see people happy. I love to see people succeed at whatever they want to do.
I mean, you are a daddy's girl, but your mom, you didn't have a very close relationship with your mom,
I didn't. And I wish I did. I wish I did. During her last 4 years, we had a relationship, but there's so many things that I wish I had done with my mom. I mean, I don't know if I can even remember a warm motherly hug from my mom, and sometimes hard.
I'm feeling a bit, emotional from what you're saying now.
Yeah, it's hard for me, but I don't blame her. When I was born, it didn't take long for them to break up.
Okay.
And if anybody knows my dad, you won't take my dad's child anywhere. So
I was to make sure that his children were with him.
With him. So I was with my dad throughout, and she was at Mankasim for a very long time. And it was when I started going to Mfansiman and that we really, got to know each other and all that. And then the last 4 years before she died, she got sick. She had to come and live with us in Tema. So we got close a bit. But there's so many things that
you wish that she had done.
Yeah.
Now, we're 21st century Ghana. Well, not even 21st century Ghana. The Ghanaian culture in itself.
Right.
A and I was saying that to the guests before, Helena,
Right.
Opokusako, dear. And we were saying that, you get to a certain age and there's so much pressure on you to be a wife, to be a mother.
Right.
Do you feel that pressure?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, everybody you have, they say, some say it nicely, others really to kind of, scorn or insult or you kind of, or stigmatize you. Even today, I heard somebody make a comment. Oh, why is it that every time Mother's Day, they want to celebrate women who don't have children?
Oh, that's so insensitive.
And
the person passing the comment herself a mother?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know whether she's a mother or not.
Okay.
But people still say it. Sometimes they say it to your face. Sometimes they say it behind you. Whether they know you around or not, they say it. And sometimes they really wish you well, that, the way you are, the way you have, when you go home, you have a man there who will be there to support you, to speak into your life, and whether you have your own children. And it's all nice. Believe me, it affects me too. Being single and going at this age, it's tough sometimes. It's lonely sometimes, that's the truth. Sometimes I really wish I had my own child. But the truth of the matter is I don't.
And the truth of the matter is I don't even think that you are ready. When I say that in the sense that I always try to say to people, I am a great believer in God's time.
Exactly.
I'm a great believer in that there's no particular experience that you're going through that God does not know about.
Right.
Maybe your calling in life was that you were coming to come and look after all the children that you're looking after.
Audrey, it's interesting you said this because one of my daughters, Bridget, one time, another daughter had a baby and we're going to buy diapers. So the diapers were so expensive. I said, Bridget, I don't have it, but I'm always buying diapers. You know what she said to me? Mommy is good. If you had your children earlier, you wouldn't have had time for us.
Exactly.
So take your time.
Exactly.
I said, Bridget, how can you say that?
Yes.
I said, Mommy, that's true.
Yes.
Even if you want to adopt, wait a while.
So whatever moment that we find ourselves in,
we
mine is that we work with it. We give thanks to God for that particular moment.
Exactly.
And in being grateful for us, He gives us the energy to move on and on. And
Right.
on and on,
So anytime I have the opportunity to talk to people, I tell them my story that I'm not this all happy-going person. Everything hasn't been rosy. I'm not this strong, single, unmarried woman with that macho. No, I do have my moments.
Yes.
But I keep going.
You do.
Because I do have a purpose. And if my dreams can't be fulfilled or hasn't been fulfilled yet, it doesn't stop me from helping others fulfill their
own dreams. And also, you should also take it from the point of view that what keeps you going,
right?
You understand what I mean? Yeah. It's life.
Exactly.
My dear, I don't think there's anybody you'll meet who will say that their life has been one perfect journey.
Yeah.
This is what is called life. So the trials and the moments will come. What we need to do is we should be anchored in something that gives us the strength during those very weak moments to be able to forge ahead. And one such anchor I have for you is from a testimony from one of your beneficiaries, and the person is on the line. Rabu is the beneficiary of your foundation, and she's here to say some words for you. Rabu.
Hello.
Good morning, Rabu. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. What would you like? I've got Auntie Gifty, or Mummy as you call her, in the studio. What would you like to tell her?
Even short of words. Mama Gifty is an amazing woman. I was very surprised when I met her on the first day, and even though she didn't know me, she received me with, I can't even talk. She received me with two of her hands, and I was like, wow. I thought she only deals with these big people. I went down into tears. I was very surprised. She's such an amazing woman, seriously. I can't say much about her, but one thing I can say is, thank you, Mommy, for helping me, and not only me, but all the girls who have nobody to support them. I'm eating in tears as I'm eating.
And you're reducing her to the same. But Rabiu, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and I would like for you to leave her a very sweet message. What would that be?
Mommy, thank you so much. May He give you all your heart desires and everything that you need in this world. And may He make you bigger than ever. God bless you for being a mom to all nations, not only your family members and your children. I'm so grateful to you, not only me, but all the girls you help. God bless you, Mommy. I can't even, I'm such a prayer.
Rabiu, thank you so much, and may God bless you more. You know one thing, it's about being grateful. And the gratitude you have for Mama Gifty will come back to you in many ways. Because some people she would help and they won't come back to her to even say thank you. But for you to have been chosen to give her this special message today, God will bless you more. Okay? So take care of yourselves, Rabiu.
Okay.
Wow. You need some tissue.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. So I think that I'm just going to stop. You see, these are what I'm saying. These are the stepping stones.
Yeah.
The disappointments come, the joys come.
Yeah. Because Rabiu came barely a month ago, and I'm crying because I remember her story, when I said, I just told her, we'll help you. I mean, she just broke down. She went on her knees. And just 3 days ago, her mother came the same way, went to her knees, crying and tried. And I tell them that it's not me, it's God. The gratitude goes to God and everybody who's contributed. And, Audrey, it's just 400, 500, 600. And they're so grateful, and it changes their life forever. The mother was telling me, Rabiu always, goes on her knees and then, oh God, thank you, God, I'm going back to school, kind of thing. And she said to me, I thought because you're a Christian and I'm a Muslim, you won't help me. I said, no.
We serve the same God.
We serve the same God.
We serve the same God.
Yeah.
But, continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? For me, that is, if I had that today, I would go home and have the best day that I can be. God makes you an angel to somebody. I mean, my respect for you has been skyrocketed even more.
You've made me cry.
I'm happy I got Gifty Anti to cry on my show. But it's been a real pleasure having you here.
It's always a
pleasure.
And
a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Okay. Now, you can't go without a gift from Udine. Make a choice. What would you like?
The last time I was here, you gave me a Udine. I was trying so hard to wear it, but they didn't finish.
Oh, you see? So today you get another one. Which would you like?
Since you don't have red, I'll go for the one right in front
You're a red
of me.
person, aren't
Very
you?
red
Funny enough, I just figured that would be the one that you would go for.
Yes.
And it doesn't come. It comes with a special gift. So you get both that and that for your time here on the show. And for all the good work that you're doing for the Girl in Need Foundation.
For the good work you're doing too. The women
we're
celebrating.
We're celebrating women. And it's not me. I'm only just a puppet doing God's work, if it can be so. Okay, so viewers, that was Gifty's story. I hope Rabiu touched you. And indeed, as she says, one CD, let's try and share love, and the rippling effect of giving. One person gives one CD, another person gives one CD. The world will be, or Ghana would be a better place to be.